Hey viewers, it's Tony back with Motorized Bikes AR, and I'm just going to shoot a real quick video. Wanted to show you something happened to this motor that also happened to my Sutek that I had. If you can see there, the divots in this wrist pin caused by this bearing. You can see the rollers are, I don't know, about to come out loose. Anyways, this is really the wrist pins are a major factor in these motors. They the stock ones that come with it are really weak, and they're thin. If you order the wrist pin set, it comes with the wrist pin. Don't use the clips because it's the monkey clips, not the G clips. You can use the stock G clips if you have them that come in your motor. Put them back, but because they're fine, they're a lot stronger. But anyways, this was causing the motor to spit and sputter, and so I went online to Amazon, link in the description, and bought the Don SP 1986 wrist pin with the bearing. Now, this needle bearing, the cage on it is a lot wider. I don't have a micrometer, so I can't measure it, but it's at least 2 or 3 millimeters larger than the wrist pin bearing that you get with this replacement kit. The wrist pin itself that you get in that kit is a whole lot thicker. You can actually look at it and tell it's at least a millimeter and a half thicker. You see down there? If you put them side by side, you can see how much beefier the wrist pin that comes in that kit is. But going back to the bearing's a lot smaller. It's the same size, but it fits a whole lot tighter, and it actually works better with this motor. I've got it's got the G4 cylinder on it. It's the 80cc motor. Anyway, and it's identical to the Sutek that I had. So this is also the motor off Don SP 1986. It was $132 for the kit. Comes with all the upgraded parts: the clutch lever, the speed NT carburetor. Everything was greased. The basket for the clutch and the gears were greased. The bucking bar, even the cam for the clutch was greased. I went ahead and saturated everything in grease, so that way didn't have to worry about it. But I'm going to take you for a ride and show you just the response by changing this one to, in fact, the smaller one. You wouldn't think that it would do any good, but I put the smaller one in there just to see. You would think that the end play would make a big difference, but I'm getting a lot better performance and a lot less vibration out of using that kit. And it's also not doing this to my wrist pins, not damaging them. You can see where it's just ruined. So we're going to go for a quick spin, and I'll take you out and show you exactly how it sounds and how it rides. Give it a quick start up here. Well, I was supposed to say that. I'm trying to be a hero and pull the wheel and start it. Alright, so let's go for a ride. Yeah, I know some of you will say, well, you don't have your clutch adjusted right. I just don't have the handle pulled all the way in, is all that is. hear a dramatic difference in revving the motor. Got way more power. That was all hill with brand new rings. I still haven't broke them in yet. I had one of the pins on the last piston was pushed in, and my bottom ring was doing the dance on the piston, so I put a new piston and some rings in. We'll just go for a little drive. I don't even hear that top, that ping, 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 ping sound with this new bearing in there. hills at like 26, 27 miles an hour. So that's doing really good, pulling a hill at 28 miles an hour on a heavy frame. So I'm really impressed. I'm surprised actually that the smaller wrist pin bearing is working better than that large cage. And you can hear the motor sounds really, really well. I haven't done anything other than that and put that new piston in. We're accelerating going up a hill. So basically what I've learned out of that is The wrist pins on these kits are total junk. Definitely go ahead and buy the, like the first thing you do when you order your kit, go ahead and buy that wrist pin and needle bearing set from Don SP 1986, because the wrist pin A is trash in these, no matter what. I only had about maybe 100 miles on that wrist pin, and it deteriorated that way. And then of course this one, it did it too. So I happen to have another one of those kits on hand, and I went ahead and replaced it. And you just wouldn't believe the vibration it took out of the motor, the power it put into it. And yeah, I know some of you guys will be screaming about, well, you just put your rings in there. Yeah, I've been driving on this like 3 days now, so the rings are okay. And that is the highest RPM I've gotten my bike to, because this is my cruising bike. I don't really go over like maybe 30, 31 in it, so. And that's especially in town, because most everywhere in town, the speed limit is 30 miles an hour. So just a dramatic change. I thought I'd share that with you guys. Let me know what you think, if you've ever had any bad experiences with the wrist pin and these cheap kits, and just let me know what you guys think, and comment, like, and if you want to, you can subscribe. I've got many videos coming up. Thanks. Have a good night. Be safe.